Okay, hello again. So I've got another package. This one's coming from Atherworks in Australia, and this is, I believe, a game called Beast by Studio Midhall Games. Anyways, let's have a look. Oh, and it is Beast. So I got this one from Kickstarter, and I almost didn't get it. I wasn't sure about it, but I really liked the artwork. And so I ended up coming back later after doing a dollar pledge and buying the whole thing in the pledge manager. So I was like, oh, it just looks so cool. It's a hidden movement game where you can play as either some sort of forest monster, like a giant pig or some kind of a hydra, or I don't know about a werewolf, but something like that. Or you can play as a team of hunters who are trying to capture the beast or kill the beast before it does too much damage in the population. So the beast, it's a one versus many hidden movement game. And if you're playing as the beast, you're just by yourself. If you're playing as the hunters, you either control a team of hunters or you play with other players in a team of hunters. Yes, Studio Midhall. Designed by Ellen Midhall, and SR Peterson. So it looks pretty good so far. Again, there's that gorgeous artwork. It's just a matte finish on the box. Pretty well packed. There's 0 shipping damage. So you can see on the cover, it gives you the gist. Here's one of your hunters, and here's one of the beasts that you would be fighting as or against. 2 to 4 players, 30 minutes per player, so 2 players. It should be about a 1-hour game. Nice, not, but it's got that white interior, which is like a blank matte finish, rather than sometimes you'll get games that have more of like a cardboard finish like this one. All right, and so this was a Kickstarter edition, so it came with an art print or 2. Well, there's one, that's the one from the cover. And we've got our punch boards, reasonable thickness. And a punch board, okay. And then this is the double-sided, oh, I like that. So it's the double-sided game board. It's actually not too big. That's good. Sometimes it's a normal size, but oftentimes these ones that fold out like this are huge. So this is the, what is it? 3 to 4 player or 3 to 5 player? No, 3 to 4 player version of the map. And then on the other side, you've got the 2 player version, which is smaller. So obviously there's not too many places for the beast to hide. And it's got lots. If you look closely, there's some gloss finish. What do you call it? UV gloss finish on certain areas, like all the little footpaths and locations have that gloss on it, which is really, really nice. It's a nice effect. And of course, the artwork of this game was one of the main things that attracted me to it, although I actually really do like the theme as well. All right, here's a rule book. Looks pretty good. It's got words. It's, again, I like this size. Sometimes you get one that's the whole size of the box, and the bigger these are, like it has fewer pages, but then it sort of gets awkward to maneuver. All right, here's another one of the prints. Now I heard about this, so you can see it got a bit smudged because of the way it was packed, loose in between things. So some people complained about that happening. Another punch board. Here's another print. This one doesn't have any damage, so that's nice. Another punch board. So weird sort of arrangement. Oh, and I got these. This is one thing that really sold me on it, is in the Kickstarter, they upgraded the meeples. The meeples are really cool. You can see it's like a little, can you see it? Not really. It's got like a little, really nice designs on it. So it's like, that's a ram, and it's got so that's something that your monster will eat. Here's some villagers and village leaders. And here's some wild pigs. I think there's supposed to be bears as well. Oh, here they are. Is this them? Nope, these are little, tiny little leaf markers. I'm not sure what those are for. I think they're supposed to be. And here's a really nice drawback. And it's weird. I thought there was a bear in here as well. So there's pigs, rams, people. Maybe it's somewhere else in the box. And these are dual layered. It's like this is the beast's map. So this is how you can move around without the other players seeing you. So you can do that hidden movement. And here are the dual layered player boards for the different beasts. So you can play as Hogbad, Mara, which looks like some kind of harpy, Fangrel, which is like a wolf, a giant wolf. That's cool. As Samir, which is like a, what do they call those things? A Leshy type of character. Raga, there's that thing that I thought was some sort of weird Hydra type thing. Volgan is a giant frog. And they each have like a backstory on the back and pretty nicely done. Very nice, thick, good quality boards on these. So this looks like a player scenario. Here's another one of these boards. I'm not sure. Maybe you can play with two monsters somehow. And there's another scenario. And here we have, oh, if I can get it out of here, the player boards for your warriors. If I can get this little thing off of here. All right, so cool. We've got all these players. So you can see there's little things, a dual layer, so you can put your tokens on there and not have them slide around. And each person has a little backstory. Grimgear, they have kind of a Norse feel to them. Iona, the great bow hunter. Asar, and Varja. Cool. I really, really like the player board components. They're really good quality. And here's some of the game cards. If I can open it. There it goes. All right, and these are linen finish, which is always nice. And again, the artwork. So it looks like those are cards for that one monster, the Bolgan Beast Talent. And the artwork is just really gorgeous. I really like the way it's done. And so there's just lots of things. In the game, you collect these cards. And I think there's this cool thing where when you get the cards, I'm not sure if it's these ones, but that you use a drafting mechanic, and the same cards that your hunters use can be used by the beast in like a different way. And so when you do the drafting, you should have kind of a rough idea of the type of cards your opponents might have. And you can also, there's sort of a dilemma of whether or not you should take a card that will benefit you, or possibly try to take a card that you don't want to benefit your opponent. So these are the action cards, and you can see it has a top and bottom section. So one of those would be used by your player, and one of those would be used by the monster or the hunter. And then we have cards specific to the characters, as you can see. So that's the same picture. And so she has her own special abilities. Each one of them has their own little deck of 3 cards, it looks like, which is cool. And then the monsters themselves also have their own peculiar deck of cards, or particular deck of cards. But they have 4 cards each. And again, I love this gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. And really good quality, actually. Like, it's not the thickest, the thickness of the card, but it is a good quality, and it does have that linen finish. So that's nice. And finally, I've got some mini cards. If I can get these open. And what are these? Movement cards. Ah, yep. So you play these to sort of determine which direction you might be going. I guess. I'll have to read the rule book to figure it out. But they're very simple. They just say north, south, east, west, or no movement. Which is good to have a no movement because as the hunters are trying to track you down, if you're the beast, they might have a hard time with it because you might be secretly not moving at all. So if they might think that you could only go one or two places, but there's actually the ability just to stay put as a location of movement. All right, and we'll put that back in there. And finally, I did get this bit of a add-on of the plastic standees because this game uses standees instead of miniatures and meeples for the characters. And so I thought, well, it's kind of worthwhile to get the plastic ones because they'll last a lot longer. So these are the standees for the hunters. Quite nice, actually. So the image is printed on one side. You can feel that it's stuck on there. I think it might be heat transferred or UV coated. I'm not sure exactly. And then here's the stand. So that plunks into there. I don't want to force it all the way in. There might be a coating on here. I'm not sure. Sometimes these type of ones have like a little bit of protective film on them so that when they cut them, it doesn't damage the plastic. But I'm not sure if that one has it or not. I'll have to have a look. But you can see there's each of these nice characters has their own beautifully illustrated standee. I quite like these. I usually buy games that have miniatures. I love miniatures. But these do weigh a lot less and cut down on shipping costs, so there's something to be said for that. And here's some monster standees. And the monsters also... Whoa, there's heaps of them. Look at all this. Alright, do they have like multiple standees for one character? So there's like a wolf. I don't think that... so they have minions as part of it. So that's like a minion of the wolf monster. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's different images. So that's all different minions for your pig monster or your wolf monster. And then there's also some standees for upgrade type things. So there's some sort of a magical sword. This looks like some kind of a lookout tower. So it's stuff that you can sort of put out on the map as things you can activate or use or possibly upgrades. Here's some more of the... I think these might be the actual monsters. Yeah. So these are the standees for the monsters themselves. Oh, I just dropped one. Oh, it's fine. No damage. There he is. And yeah, looks great. I gotta say, I'm glad I got these standees. They're beautiful. If you can see it. I think you can see it. All right, so that's what I've got. That is Beast by Studio Midhall Games. It's a new company. I don't think that they've done too many games, if any. They do have an expansion for this game coming out. I think fourth quarter they're gonna be crowdfunding it on GameFound this year. This one, of course, is still being shipped out, so not everybody has it yet. But something to look forward to. If you've got this game, you might want to check out the upcoming expansion for it. And there it is. Until next time, thanks for coming. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and leave any comments below if you've got some suggestions or something you'd like to have a closer look at. And oh yeah, I'll be doing a review of this game at some point, so please feel free to check out our podcast where we do board game reviews. at hotgamemagnet.com.